One of the questions you have to ask yourself is, can you let go of the fact that you are the advisor, you did financial planning your way, you did money management your way? Because when you sell those clients in a partial book sale, the odds are that you're going to have another advisor that does things different than you do. Most advisors think they all do it differently anyway, Duncan, but they're going to do it a little bit different. But a lot of this is going to be around, as much as you can, to try to find a cultural fit to what you do today. So if you're a heavy duty financial planning firm, you want to try to sell that partial book of business to somebody who's a heavy duty financial planning firm and they're not a wealth management shop. It's possible, Duncan, that geography will matter. If you live in Columbus, Ohio, and most of those smaller clients are in Columbus, Ohio, yes, there's lots of virtual meetings. Yes, you can service anyone from around the planet, but the reality is you might want to have somebody else who's in Columbus. So I encourage advisors to build coopetition. That's what I call it, which is there are competitors of yours that can eventually be the kind of people that you think could buy these partial books of business. And you've got to have a reasonable sense around the multiple. You're not going to get the full multiple that I've talked about in these podcasts before. If the average client's got $125,000 and you're selling, 200 of them, it's almost like having a baseball card set where, yes, there are a few of the great players that play today, like the Otanis of the world and the Aaron Judges. They're the all-stars, but you're selling a lot of common cards, meaning clients that may never have $1 million, right? They're just clients that need help and need service, and you took them on either because it was the early days when you wanted to fog a spoon to get a client, or, it was the days that you're like, I'll just take them on because it's my sister's brother's, uncle. And now you realize that you really can't help them and maybe somebody else can. So these are all factors to have in there. The multiple is going to be a little bit smaller. Try to find culture in terms of the style of firm or the style of advisor. And I think geography does matter, but there are plenty of buyers out there to buy these smaller books of business.
And they'd like to buy those partial books because they've got the scale and the bench strength to execute. And can I assume also that for many advisors, the 80% of their clients that generate 20% of the business are probably just varying degrees being neglected. So the bar is low in terms of expectation, and there might be a vein of gold of untapped opportunity in that, which means if they buy $80 million in AUM, they might be able to turn it into 100 in the next 12 months. Right. Is that part of the value prop there?
Yeah, totally. I mean, in the practices that get bigger, they generally hire servicing advisors. They grade the clients as C clients or D clients. Those clients might get one call a year. Maybe if they're lucky, they get one meeting a year. And often, there are other assets that probably could come from those relationships, but those servicing advisors aren't outdoor cats, meaning people that will market and sell. They're indoor cats that are there just sort of trying to massage the relationships. And so absolutely, when you're actively working, even smaller clients, you're gonna turn up nickels and dimes and quarters out of the couch cushions. When that's kind of what you do with your clients that have $5 million today. But that's why it may make sense to just get paid a lump sum for those book of clients and move on so you can focus on doing what you want to do.
I'd like your perspective on this. So sometimes I get pushback from an advisor when I say to them, you've got too many clients and we need to figure this out. And they say, well, I mean, many of the clients you're talking about have been with me since day one. And, so I don't want to set them loose, but also, and I'm not going to fire clients. I mean, a lot of people aren't wired that way. But then it comes out that they have fear about letting go of that revenue. And my view on that is it's costing you more than it's getting you. The loyalty that you're getting from the people who need you could be coming at the expense of the people who deserve you, your ideal clients.